Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Slurping coffee, hang on. How are we all doing? We are back and we are going to continue working on this lovely octopus. Let me just highlight my reference picture. I can see where I'm going. Happy Friday, everybody. I love Fridays. I'm just looking to see where that goes. Right, okay, let me just do that line. Right. Morning, Natalie. Just dropping by. Work starts in 10. Oh, I hope you have. I hope you have a really good day. And you work with the public, right? I hope they're all really nice to you. Oh dear. Is it a long shift? Is it like a 7 or 8 hour shift or something? I've got quite a nice relaxed day today, so right, let's have a look at these. Till 5 p.m. And a half day tomorrow. Oh, crikey, till 5 p.m. What time is it now? 9:30 till 5. Oh, well, I hope that the day goes really quickly for you. I hope the day goes really quickly. I hope that you have nice people to work with. Because if you have nice people to work with, then that makes it bearable, right? If you like the people you have to work with. Right. I woke up this morning feeling really, really lazy. Like, I really didn't want to do anything. I had to force myself to get up, and the house was freezing because the central heating got turned off last night. So we woke up and the house was freezing. And then I was just like, I don't want to have to do my writing. I don't want to have to do my yoga. I was just like, oh, I just don't want to do anything. I just really wanted to just sit downstairs with a cup of coffee, surf the internet and do nothing this morning. That's all I really wanted to do. Weekends are the killer. More people, especially children. You mean the sweet darling children? Morning, Faisal. How are you? Yeah, working with the children. I mean, I used to work at Toys R Us. And actually, do you know what? In Toys R Us, it wasn't so much the children that were the problem, it was the parents. It was the parents. Entitled, spoilt parents who, I think, because there's that saying, the customer is always right. I think a lot of people hear that saying and then they go into a shop or a store and feel like they can say anything that they like to a retail worker, because there's this saying, the customer is always right, and that the retail worker is really restricted, and that they've got to be polite. They're representing the company, they're at work, they can't say anything wrong because otherwise they're going to get into trouble, they might lose their jobs. And so they feel that they know this, and they feel they have this position of power, and it's the people, not everyone is like this, but it's the two spoiled apples that will come in and they will just be mean and horrible and talk to you like you are dirt on the bottom of their shoe, and you'd better snap to attention and serve them the way they expect to be served, or they're going to speak to your manager. And it was those people that used to make my life an absolute misery when I worked at Toys R Us. When we had that big rush on Thunderbird's Tracy Island. Tracy Island was the big toy that year that everybody wanted for their children. And we'd had this system at Toys R Us where you could book one. That we would have, let's say we had a warehouse delivery of, say, 150 Tracy Islands, and people could book ahead of time. It would have their name put on it, and it would be kept in the warehouse for when they came to collect it, because we couldn't put them on the shelves because it just would have been bedlam. And these people would turn up and they'd be like, "Is my Tracy Island here yet? I ordered it 2 weeks ago." And they'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, madam, yours has not arrived yet. We're still waiting for the delivery." And they'd be like, "But you've got others in the warehouse, haven't you?" I say, "Yes, but they've already been allocated to other people." "Yes, well, they're not here, are they? And I am. So you better go in there and get me one of those Tracy Islands. And the one that you were going to give to me, you can then assign to them." And it'd be like, "Well, it doesn't work that way, madam, I'm afraid." And she says, "Well, it works that way now. I am here. I'd like to speak to your manager." And it would just be that self-entitled, it's just, no, I'm restricted by rules. I was restricted by rules. And it was just... it was horrendous. It was absolutely horrendous. And I was in charge of the till area. We had 21 tills, registers, 21 registers. There was the area where you could collect all the computer games. I was in charge of that. And I was also in charge of the customer service and refund area and swaps and credits and complaints and all that sort of stuff. I used to fly between these three areas all day, every day in the run up to Christmas, full time. Oh my God, by the time I got home, I didn't want to speak to another human being at all. The children who touch $1 million artifacts and Monet paintings. Oh my gosh. Toys R Us sounds like a pain in the... There were moments that were fun. The guy who was in the senior management above me, he was so funny. He was so funny. And he used to make the day go quicker because he could see humour in anything. He was really quick-witted, and he was the sort of person that you'd want in an argument because he could say something in the instant. The rest of us will go home and 4 hours later you think of that perfect thing that you should have said. Well, he was the guy who knew how to say it straight away. And, he just used to make my day fly by. As soon as I knew I was on shift with him, it was like, oh, it's going to be a good day today. Those people are gems, absolutely. You need those people when you work with the public, absolutely. So I know we're not doing my chart at the minute, I'm talking, but it's because I'm trying to drink my coffee and I want to drink my coffee while it's hot. But yeah, anyway, I hope you have a better day. I hope you have a good day. Right. Okay, onward. Does this go? Yeah, that's quite thick, that line there, isn't it?
Every core computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Let's get these two bits joined up. Right, so this is all straight lines going up. I had my my advent calendar arrived yesterday. I really liked the picture on the front, so I was quite pleased with that. And I think, looking at it, I think yesterday I mentioned I didn't know whether the pieces that it gave me each day would be, you know, one small section. All those pieces were just for that one small section, and then it would all connect day by day by day, or whether the 40 odd pieces would be spread out and it would be harder that way. I think it's going to be for one small section, because when I opened it up, just to sort of have a look on the inside, there is there's a board, a very small bit of board that they give you, and it says use this to assemble your pieces each day. So you've got this little board you can put it on. So I was thinking, if it was all spread out, it's not all going to fit on that little bit of board, is it? So it must be a little small section that I put together, and then I can transfer it to the bigger board. That's what it looks like. So I'm quite excited by that. Looking forward to doing it. And then I won't keep it. I think I will give it away to a charity shop afterwards. I tend to only do jigsaws once. I don't tend to keep them. So I'll let someone else have the fun with that one. Morning, Hayley. How are you? I had this lovely dream last night that I found in my garden like a gold signet ring, a really thick gold signet ring. I just sort of dug it up, and I took it to one of those, you know, there's that American show where people take in their, is it like pawn something? Pawn something, but there's a guy with a bald head who stands behind the counter and he gives people valuations on their stuff. Well, I literally went to his place, his sort of place, and took in this signet ring, and he sort of examined it and said, "This is 521 karat gold," which I'm sure does not exist. I was like, oh wow, okay, that's amazing, that's fantastic. And I put it up for like an auction in this dream and got like £500,000 for it. And I was quite happy with my £500,000 last night. But when I told Nick this dream this morning, he said for 521 karat gold I'd want more than £500,000. So some people just aren't happy, are they? I'm good, thanks. Just had a busy week. How are you? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, good, good. I was just saying I was feeling really lazy this morning. I was like, I don't really want to do anything. But the weekend is nearly here. The weekend's here for Faisal already, but for the rest of us, the weekend is nearly here. We just got to get through today. And then we're all right. Got 2 days. But as Nick said to me, he says, yeah, you say that every single time. He says, but then when the weekend gets here, you're like, right, must get this done, must get that done, must get this done. And you have this list of things that you want to get done in the house. And you manage to fill up your weekend that way. And I'm like, yeah, this is the way. Right, the octopus is joined up. Right, now. James has managed to switch around his sleeping pattern. He was actually awake before I started my stream this morning, and he's actually going to go off to do the supermarket shop with his dad. Just like wonders will never cease. I can't remember the last time James came on a supermarket shop with me. Go. Right, so it's pretty much the same as the others. Has everyone heard that that there's meant to be like a new respiratory illness in China? I saw that on the news yesterday and I thought, is that just the news doing their usual scaremongering, or is this something that we need to be concerned about? What does everybody think? Because I've got to this cynical point now where I'm just like, the news are just kind of, oh, we need to scare them again. What can we scare them with this time? Autumn tax cuts aren't enough. Let's scare them that there's going to be another virus. Or is there going to be another virus? What do we all think? Morning, Jamie! You're still with us! Yay! How are you feeling? I hope you're feeling better. So tired and still so ill. Oh, you must be getting really fed up with it now, because it's been quite a while now, hasn't it? I mean, there's always a point in a long-term illness where you just get absolutely sick of feeling ill. It's like, oh, I'm done with this now. You're fed up with it after day one. Have you been sleeping a lot? That's what Nick does when he's got some illness or virus. The boys do it too. I don't know how they manage it. They just sleep and sleep and sleep. If I get a virus or anything, I cannot sleep during the day, no matter how tired it makes me feel. And I'm quite envious of everyone who can just sleep away an illness. Nick will just go to bed, sweat it. He'll put all the quilts all around him really tightly. He'll have his robe on underneath it. He'll turn the heater up in the room and he'll just sweat it out until it's gone. I can't do that. I cannot do that at all. Which bit am I on? I'm on this bit. Okay. Okay. No, I can't sleep in the afternoon no matter how tired I am. No, I can't. So what have you been doing? Have you been just sort of like watching movies and things? Have you seen anything good? Do you resort to like comfort watches? And what I call a comfort watch is something that you've seen many, many times before, but you watch it just because you know it's not going to be stressful. You've seen it many, many times before. You know what's going to happen, and it's just a nice, comfortable thing just to watch and just to veg out to. You don't have to concentrate too hard because you already know the storyline. You already know what's going to happen. You've just been so bored. You've binged watched Peep Show backwards. Bit of horrible histories on the new Squid Game thing. Oh, do you know, I started to watch that. Is it called Squid Game The Challenge or something? I started watching that. I think I watched the first episode. And I thought, okay, people aren't really going to get shot, obviously. But I thought they would shoot people with paintballs to say, right, okay, you're out on that red light, green light game. And I thought that's all you need to do is just shoot them with paintballs and they can go and sit it out. But no, it was like they all had to sort of pretend, oh, I've been shot, I'm dead, and sort of fall to the floor and everything. And I was like, no, you don't need to do that bit. That bit is so, it almost made me turn off. Because I was like, you don't need to pretend that you're dead. You've been shot. And I did think it was funny that they got shot literally like right here. I thought that's got to be the most uncomfortable place to get shot. It's this right there. If they get the aim just slightly off, they're going to hit someone's neck and completely wind them. But does it get better? Because I was kind of like, I really didn't like some of the personalities that they were focusing on when they were in like the dorm rooms and everything. No death ruined the illusion. Well, absolutely, absolutely. Told you. Dark and twisty. I mean, when they focused on those two that were in the kitchen that were peeling carrots in that very first episode, and they were like, okay, you've got to choose someone to either give them an advantage to in the next game or eliminate. And they very quickly decided that they were going to eliminate someone to get an extra $10,000 in the pot. And they were talking about which characters to eliminate. And I was thinking, eliminate 432. That guy that was sort of strutting around like he was cock of the walk and, doing all the exercises, clearly one of the jocks. And they didn't. They voted out some guy simply because he was being nice and going around trying to make friendships, and yet every single one of them said, I'm going to try and make as many friends as I can here, but they were like, oh, we need to vote him out because he's trying to make alliances. And it's like, well, that's exactly what you're doing. Get rid of the jock. He was really winding me up. A trashy reality show to zone out to. Yeah, I wasn't zoning out. I was getting quite mad with it. And so then I switched over and started watching Survivor on BBC iPlayer. It's the first time I've watched Survivor. And I kind of like it, but the host annoys me. I think it's Joel Dommett. Winds me up. And I know the script has been written for him, but when they're voting each other off the island, you don't have to give us so many recaps. Because he'll stand there with that pot and he'll say, right, I'm now going to read out the names of who's been voted out, and he'll take out a bit of paper and he'll say, Ashley. He'll put it down. He'll go, that's one vote for Ashley. It's like, well, we know you've just said it. And then he'll pull out another bit of paper and he'll go, Leilani. That's one vote for Ashley, one vote for Leilani. We're like, we know. We're not stupid. We can count. Will you stop recapping after every single freaking vote? And so when it gets to the voting thing, I'm pressing the fast forward bit, fast forward, because I just want to see who gets voted out at the end. I don't need to listen to the recap of every single freaking vote. It's so annoying. It's like, we're not stupid. Just silly little things like that will completely and utterly put me off a show. So you didn't sort of sit and watch Christmas movies then? I was going to watch I'm a Celebrity because I thought, oh, that's just started and I haven't watched any episodes. I thought, oh, I'll go onto my TV yesterday. I've got about 3 episodes to catch up with. I thought I will sit and watch those. But now, for some weird and crazy reason, you have to sign in to your TV. You have to sign in to use ITV. You have to put in your email address. You have to create a password. Then you have to scan a QR code. And it's like, I just want to watch ITV. Why have I got to do all of this stuff just to watch something on catch up. And I think I put it in twice and it still didn't work, and so I still haven't watched I'm a Celebrity because I can't get my bloody TV to let me access the shows on catch up.
Billy, we know you had high hopes of uploading your cosplay videos, but your last broadband provider
So stop
told you
complicating
they'll never
things.
those hopes. So you told yourself,
It was just a silly video anyway.
a silly video you only edited 133 times, so stop
Right,
being silly,
so this
Billy,
bit
and
here
put
is
full fibre
darker.
award-winning hyper-optic broadband in your corner. Now you share that labradoodle cozzy with the world. Switch today at hyperoptic.com. Available in 64 towns and cities. Winner of Broadband Provider of the Year in Uswitch Telecoms Awards 2023.
We had the same issue but fixed it in the end. How? Please tell me how. I mean, before, when you used to be able to just sort of watch TV on catch up, you could just go into the TV guide, click on the show that you wanted to watch on catch up, and boom, it was there. You could watch it. But now it's no, you've got to sign in, you've got to say, if it's on BBC, do you have a TV license? And that it's like go and open your email and click on the link that we've just sent you, and so you go over to your email and there is no link. It's not in with your email anywhere, not in your junk folder, it's not in the spam. It's like, well, so you have to go back to the TV, you have to sign in again and say resend me the link. It's just, I just want to watch a show. I just gave up. I did try to sign in with my phone. I tried my phone, I tried my iPad, nothing would work. I did 3 attempts yesterday. On one of the attempts, I put in the email address and I put in the password, and once you'd done that bit, there was 2 options at the bottom. It said back, to go back a screen, or next. But the next was greyed out. The back was highlighted, but the next was greyed out, so you couldn't click on it. And I typed in my password thinking that as soon as I did that, the next would, pop up to say that you could then press that button. But it never popped up, so I could never press next. And it was just, I have problems with technology, guys. This was just driving me up the wall. It really was. I just thought, for goodness sakes. Anywho. Right, he's like half done. If you look at him that way, he's half done. Are you able to eat, Jamie? Or have you sort of like lost your appetite? Can you taste anything? When I had COVID, whenever it was, I lost my sense of taste for about 3 days, and then it very swiftly came back. But in those 3 days where I couldn't taste anything, there was only one food I ate where I could taste it. So it was really weird and it was mango. I could, not the dog, before someone says, oh, you were eating the poor dog. The fruit, mango. I could taste that, no problem, and it was the only thing I could taste when I lost my sense of smell and my sense of taste. Everything else was just like bland nothing. But mango, I could. So I sort of made up a batch of my mango curry so that I could eat mango curry, so I could at least taste something. I ate mango, yes. I knew you was going to say that. That's why she's so little, because we just kept tucking in, you know? Mango got very upset with Rosie yesterday. I don't know why, but Rosie was in this really funny, hyper mood where she'd get the zoomies and she'd just go racing all around the house. And Mango does not like it when another dog is hyper excited. She gets really sort of, I'm going to rip your throat out sort of thing. And because she always wants them to calm down, she really doesn't like it. And Becca had to keep lifting her up yesterday because it was like someone kept flipping the bitch switch on Rosie. And she was just racing around all over the place. And Becca had to keep picking her up so that she didn't sort of make this terrifying leap at Rosie's throat. And hold her out the way. And she kept barking. She was like trying to tell Rosie to calm down and get it together. So yeah, she was most upset with Rosie yesterday. She was actually a Great Dane before we got COVID. Mango, is you for real? Well, does Becca keep picking you up, does she? We had a little mini panic yesterday when we went to cook our roast dinner because we'd bought a gammon joint, and it was one of those that comes in the wrapper. It comes with like a little separate sachet with like a honey and mustard glaze that you could put on it, and Nick had preheated the oven. He was getting everything ready. He'd chopped vegetables and everything. It was like, right, okay, we need to put this gammon joint in the oven. And when we went to get it out of the container, it had gone all these weird and wonderful colours. and it was like its expiry date was in December sometime. I think it was like December the 8th or something. And it was, you know, when meat gets like that green glaze to it, and it was like, no, we're not risking this. And we was like, well, what are we going to do? Because we want to have this roast dinner. And so I got sent out to the shop to go and get something else. And our local shop, their choice, because we live near a village, shall we say, and the choice in the shops there are not great. They don't have sizable pieces for a family of 6. So it was a little bit disappointing, but I managed to get a bit of topside beef and some sausages, because the joint itself was quite small. We got some sausages as well. But yeah, it was disappointing because I know everyone really loves, well, apart from Jared, likes gammon in our house, and so they'd been really looking forward to that. So the fact that they couldn't have it was kind of annoying, but there we go. Them's the breaks. Apparently the beef was quite nice, but I'll take their word for it. Oh, right, okay. Goes up here. I'm getting hungry. I've started getting hungry earlier and earlier ever since I've sort of fitted in this yoga routine in the morning as well. And this morning it was the day we all dread, because I do the yoga with Adrian on YouTube, and every now and again she fits in an ab workout. So it was abs this morning, and oh my god, did I feel the burn. But as a consequence of that, it always gets to about this time at 10:30, and I'm like, what is there to eat? Yeah, that's right. So has anybody started watching Christmas movies yet? And what is your favourite Christmas movie? I am partial to Love Actually. I like watching that. And obviously Die Hard. Yes, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. That's my opinion. Yeah, I knew you weren't going to watch Christmas movies, Jamie. If I'm feeling sentimental, I like to watch Miracle on 34th Street. Either the old black and white version or the one with the little girl that plays Matilda in it. I'm going to say something really controversial now. I hate Elf. I hate Elf. I'm not a fan of Will Ferrell. Elf drives me bonkers. Hello, bonkers. It's the tea fairy, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Goodbye, everybody.
I thought you were already out at the shops. It was so quiet downstairs. I thought you'd already gone out. All right. Oh, okay. He's put it down on my table. He's not used a coaster. Honestly, these men. The first 10 minutes of The Grinch before the bullied and manipulated into like Christmas. Why can't they just let this hate? Why can't they just let him hate Christmas? He was happy, let him be happy. I haven't seen The Grinch. I know the kids have, but I cannot stand Elf. What's the other Christmas one that I don't like? And everyone goes crazy about, oh, must watch Elf, must watch Elf. It's like, no. I know there's another Christmas one that I don't like. What's he brought me? Tea or coffee? Tea. The animated Father Christmas one is your favourite based on the Raymond Briggs book. Was Raymond Briggs the one who did the snowman? I think I've seen the snowman. I'm not sure I've seen the Father Christmas one. What was that other thing that you said you watched? Peep Show. I've not actually watched Peep Show. I do like David Mitchell. But I've never watched Peep Show. I think comfort viewing for me would have to be Big Bang Theory. I like that. I tried to get into Gilmore Girls because Becca was like, oh, Gilmore Girls is so good. But I didn't like Lorelai. Is that her name? Lorelai? Didn't really like her. Slash unsub. I like Derek. You know the Ricky Gervais series, Derek. I like that one. Obviously Afterlife. I like those. Amazing Becca impression. I didn't do a Becca impression. I just said that she liked Gilmore Girls. Big Bang Theory over Peep Show is just wrong. No. The Big Bang people are just my tribe. They're like the kind of people that I would have been friends with at school. I feel like they would have bullied me for not being smart enough, then laughed hysterically at something not funny, like someone sitting down. See, I don't think they were bullies. They weren't bullies. They were the people who were bullied. I remember being bullied at school just because I was smart.
Welcome home, Columbia. Beautiful, beautiful. Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions. Liftoff of mission 41B, the first flight of the orbiter Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
Discovery Houston, prep to ATO.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Oh, molting. So, is anybody doing anything nice this weekend? Has anyone got any lovely plans? We've just got a nice relaxing weekend, sorry, which I'm really looking forward to. Same thing you always do, try and take over the world. How are you going to take over the world, Jamie? If you were in charge, let's let you have a little bit of dreaming here. If you were in charge and you had to make 3 official rules for everybody to follow, what would they be? I'm giving you the power putting it in your hand. What are your rules going to be? The first 3 things you'd implement. In fact, I'll put that question out to everybody. If you suddenly found yourself in charge, what sort of rules would you implement? What would you want to do? What would be the first things that you would do as soon as you took power? Oh, sounds like the postman downstairs. Higher tax on the rich, lower for the poor. Agreed. Sunday roast compulsory. Agreed. Put vets on NHS. Vet bills are ridiculously high. Agreed. Wow. Oh, there we go. We'll take over the world together then. I agree with you on that. Yeah. I think I would also make, if I took away the Sunday roast compulsory, I would put in there that any kind of animal abuse is a prison sentence. I'm sorry, none of this fining business, none of this, oh, you're not allowed to keep animals for 5 years. It'd be like, no, off to jail you go. Off to jail, 10 years minimum. That's what I'd do. Number 1, you can't. Do you mean talk badly about yourself? Sunday roasts are illegal. Anyone named Jamie should be banned. Oh, right, okay. Alright, so it is, you can't talk badly about yourself. Okay. I mean, that's quite good when you think about it. If people can't talk badly about themselves, I mean, they might still have those thoughts, but they're not allowed to talk about it. So, yeah, it might actually make people think about themselves in a more positive way, perhaps. That if you actively, you know, sometimes people do like these gratitude journals where they get to the end of the day and they have to write down 3 things that they're grateful for, and it can be anything. Oh, I'm grateful for the roof over my head. I'm grateful for the driver that stopped to let me cross the road. You know, things like that. If people had to actively think of positive things about themselves each day, I think, yeah, the world would probably be a better place. Getting rid of free speech. Don't think he's getting rid of free speech. Just one small little addendum. I'm just trying to think about that whole gratitude thing. and being positive. If you can't talk badly about yourself, what about people who go to therapy and counselling? Would that be ruled out, or would people still be allowed to go to therapy and counselling? Because I think therapy and counselling is crucial, and Becca and I have talked about this a lot. I don't think I need counselling as such, though some people may disagree with me. But I think the idea of therapy, where you can just go and just vent, I think everybody should have that. It's expensive in some places. Sometimes the waiting lists are years long. With a professional, it's a different situation. Okay, good. Because I think sometimes there are some things that I just want to vent about. And if you go to a counsellor, it's like, oh, okay, well, we'll do some CBT and these are the steps you need to take and let's make a thoughts diary. I don't want to come away from therapy with homework, right? I just want to be able to go somewhere and just have someone sit and listen in silence while I just vent about things. That would be quite good. I think everyone should be entitled to, say, a 30-minute therapy session every week. Because I think if people have got a safe place to just vent and get out any sort of anger or negativity or things that have come up during the week that are really sort of niggling them and sort of playing on their mind, if they've got a place where they can just go with no judgment and just have someone listen, someone completely impartial listen, while you just vent about what you need to get out of your head, it's going to make you feel better. I think so. I think it would certainly cut down on a lot of violence. Just need this ink to dry before I sort of put my hand on top of it. Just every now and again, I just have to sort of just look away from the circles. They're not so bad. Once I put in the little dot inside of them and put in the little lines, it's not as bad. Circles. I thought circles would be the bane of my life. Ooh. Okay. Right, now this bit is there. That bit's there. So that bit is right, so this bit is the shaded area. Okay. So I had lots of converging areas there, and I was just sort of trying to. Oh, I'm getting so hungry now. Everyone tell me what you're having for lunch or dinner.
Roger, 0J, and I feel fine. Discovery Houston, press to ATO.
Liftoff of mission 41D, the first flight of the orbit of Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared its tower.
You have no idea. That's very helpful, Jamie. Thank you. Chicken and rice. Love rice. Love, 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 love rice. I think I could just sit and eat rice all the time. As long as it's got some sort of sauce on it.
Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Right, this bit comes down a little bit. I think I might have something with rice. I like sweet chili sauce on my rice. That's always nice. But what to have it with? I could do a chili. I've got everything in to make a nice sort of like a black bean chili. That would be nice. Or oh, I've got courgettes, so I could make my African stew, which is really, really nice. I've not had that for a while. Phone. Yesterday I started editing a new Valorant montage video to go on YouTube. Oh my gosh. The amount of times I had to mute because Nick and I were swearing. There was the overuse of the F word. It's only as I was listening back, I didn't think we said it that much. But listening back, you suddenly realise that's kind of funny. I mean, in the moment, it felt like, it was justified. I hope that I reported the video. Oh, yeah, I reported myself for swearing. Because occasionally when Nick and I play, if I don't stream it, I will occasionally record it on OBS so that later I can put together like a little kill montage or funny moments video or whatever. And so I am doing that sometimes. You don't always get to see us play, but I try and put the good bits together or the funny bits together. But it takes so long editing, and it's such a boring process because you have literally got to sit and re-watch every moment and then go in and split the clips or change the audio or put in a neat little transition, and there are bits that you chop out completely and then you have to go back and watch to make sure that the flow is okay, to make sure that the sound is okay, to make sure you've chopped it in the right place. And I'm using CapCut to do it because it's free. Gotta love a resource when it's free. And so I'm just learning how to take a small section of the video and do it like a little quick time lapse. So you see the character sort of running through the map to get to the point where the good bit starts, and you're just sort of trying to change up some of the video editing tools that I can use to make a video more entertaining, if that makes sense. Morning, Artsman, how are you? So I was messing around with that yesterday, but I have 3 hours worth of footage to get through, 3 hours of gameplay, and I sat working on it for about an hour and a half yesterday and literally got through maybe 20 minutes of it. So it takes a really long time because you have to watch and re-watch and, like I say, split and copy and paste and move things around and add effects, and then when you're done you have to sort of re-watch to make sure the joins and the transitions flow correctly in the right place, that you've not chopped it too early or you've not chopped it too late, that if someone is saying something that that bit doesn't get cut out, or so it's getting the timings right. It's just such a laborious process. I don't know how there are people out there that do video editing for Twitch streamers as their job. I really don't. Peachy Keen Jelly Bean, that's cute. There's some decent free editing tools out there. Yeah, I was just saying I use CapCut. If I'm on my iMac, I'll just use the iMovie, but on the PC, I'll use CapCut, and that has been the best one. It's just so simple to use, and I like simple. So, I tried the Adobe stuff. It's just so complicated. There is so much stuff on the screen that it just bamboozles me, and I just sort of give up. But CapCut is really nice and simple, and I've been using that. But how video editors, no wonder they need to get paid a lot of money. No wonder they cost a lot for them to do your videos for you, because oh my god, it takes up so much time, and I just find it I don't mind the first 20 minutes because I don't do it very often. And the first 20 minutes is kind of interesting, but then after that I'm like, my brain starts telling me all the other things that I could be doing with my time. So anyone who sticks at it and does it as like a full-time job, I mean, they must enjoy it, right? I mean, I've got to admit, when you get your end result and you upload your end result and that's all done, and you know, that's fantastic. And you realise that all the hard work was worth it, but your sister edits her own videos. She's pretty good. Cool. What sort of videos does she do? What's her topic? What does she do? She and her husband did travel videos in their fifth wheel. Now she makes them from her home. Oh, excellent. So they had like one of those like big campers or mobile homes or something. That's cool. People love those videos, don't they? There's a lot out there. Yeah, there is. I like watching the ones where people do like they'll get like a standard white van or something and convert it, and they do like a time-lapse video of them, you know, doing out the interior and building the interior and all those. I think those are quite good fun. Love to have the knowledge of how to do all of that. Right, now let me have a look. But judging by how much of this octopus that we've got done today, I am going to say, because we've only got this bit and these tentacles to do, I think we'll easily get this finished next Friday. Hello, Misty. My little puddy tat's come in the room. I don't think she'll come up on the desk though. She's not like... If it was Magic, Magic would be up here on the desk and she'd be getting in the way and walking all over everything and leaving footprints, but Misty doesn't tend to get in your face like that. You edit with your phone. You've got a lot to learn. I would imagine editing on your phone would be really sort of complicated, because I find sometimes that when you're doing something on your phone or say your iPad, the options on the screen, the buttons that they offer you, seem to be less than what you'd get if you did it on a PC. I've noticed that a lot just lately, that there just doesn't seem to be as many options to fit onto the phone. So if you can edit with your phone, I think that's amazing. I've tried it a couple of times trying to do like TikTok videos, and it's just so, it's just a pain in the butt. It's looking good. Thank you. Yeah, I'm very pleased with this, actually, considering the whole circle issue. The whole circle issue. But yeah, it's I'm very pleased with it. I'm gonna go over these the suckers, these are the tentacles, and the little round bits are the suckers. I am going to go over the suckers again at the end, just to sort of add a little bit of extra shading in them, because I just feel like they're very plain. But we'll see. I'll do one or two and see what it looks like, and then decide if I want to do the rest. It might be enough just to do the odd one or two, because I think if I did every single one, it wouldn't look right, because I've got to think of the shading, and like say the shadows on the suckers here are going to be darker because they're under all these tentacles, whereas these that are out more in the light don't require as much shading. It doesn't have shading in the reference picture, but I'm going to put it in because I just feel like it needs it. I feel like it's something that's just missed in the original picture, so I'll be I'll be doing that. But yeah, it's definitely coming along, and I'm very, very pleased with it, and I've really enjoyed doing these ink drawings, this one and the insect menagerie. I would definitely be doing a lot more ink. I really enjoy it. I was saying to Becca that I had this idea, if I was brave enough to do it, which was makes you want to ink. Yeah, go for it, go for it. But I think we were talking, was it yesterday, Artsman, about just being brave enough just to do something out of your own imagination. And having done this octopus, I could just sort of imagine a piece of paper about this size, or maybe something slightly smaller, maybe an A4, and just doing like an underwater scene where at the bottom of the paper you have like lots of corals and rocks and maybe like sunken, like a broken up boat or something in the shadows in the background, and then at the front of the picture over the corals and all the stuff with just all these different fish and maybe an octopus sort of hiding in a little cave, but just something really, really detailed, like an entire piece, the entire paper filled with ink. But I just don't know if I'd be able to sort of pull that off. It's about, we were talking yesterday about being brave enough to just do something from your imagination, and yeah, I just think that would be very, very cool. There's an artist, let me find it for you. Oops, let me find it for you on my iPad just before we go. Let me see if I can find her. I've forgotten her name. I think it's Anna something. Anna Wilson. There we go. Let me get up some of her stuff. And I really like her art. She does really detailed drawings. Let me just press. Yeah, so she does like, hang on, let me turn this sound down. So she does like really detailed ink pictures. Oh, I tried to turn the sound down. Oh my gosh. So yeah, she does these really detailed pictures in ink, and she does huge, massive ones and sells them for thousands of pounds. Not that I ever think people would pay thousands of pounds for my art, but I just love that sort of cluttered look of just there being loads and loads and loads of stuff. And let me see, what else has she got? Like this, she just fills up the page, and they're quite huge. I mean, look at that one, that is huge, and it takes her thousands and thousands of hours, and I just think that would be amazing. And every time I think of doing something like that, when I imagine it in my head, I either imagine a scene under the sea, so like I said before, with the coral reef and the fish and maybe a shark or something in the background, or I imagine like an apothecary shop or a bookshop, like just so there's lots of things that you can sort of put into the picture. And yeah, I just think, well, yeah, start small, one rock at a time. Exactly. I've seen how she starts her pictures, and she will start with, say, like a photo frame, and she just spends ages doing, like, say, the photo frame, and then she thinks about what she puts inside that frame. So she'll do the picture inside the frame and do that, and then she'll work out and either put like a brick wall behind the frame, or she'll do like some really decorative wallpaper, or then she'll put a tapestry, or she'll put up a bookshelf, and she just works out one bit, and she does it all from her own imagination, and yeah, one line at a time, absolutely. And I think that's more able to do that with ink than with coloured pencil. So one day, chat, I will be brave enough and do that. I mean, because you've all seen my doodles, right? When I do something really quick, the doodles it looks like a 5-year-old's drawn them. Let's be honest. If I copy an image that I see off Google or whatever, or wherever I'm copying it from, it's a little bit better because I can see it in my head, in front of me. But I think, yeah, I'm going to have to be brave enough one day, but just go really slowly. Really imagine it in my head and then go really slowly. And just do it one line at a time, one item at a time. And it will be a slow picture. But I think it would be absolutely amazing once it's done. And yeah, I think I'd like to give that a try. But yeah, so anyway, that's enough waffling for today. So that's our octopus as it stands at the moment, and I really like it. I really like ink as a medium. I'm really enjoying it, and yeah, there's definitely going to be a lot more ink on this channel, that's for sure. So anyway, there we go. That's it for today. Thanks for joining me today, chat. I really appreciate your company. I really do. It's nice to have you just sort of there alongside with me as I'm drawing, have someone to chat to. It's really nice, because otherwise it's quite a solitary thing, isn't it, just sitting drawing on your own. But yeah, great to have you along. I hope you all have a fabulous weekend. Jamie, I hope you start to feel better soon, and that yeah, I just hope that you start to feel better soon. Oh, hang on. Yes, Jack, hang on, let me just mute. Yes.
Just go.
Yeah, so sorry about that, chat. So yes, so have a great weekend, everybody. Feel better if you're not feeling very well. Do something nice for yourself, and I will see you back here on Monday with the insect menagerie, unless I stream. I keep saying unless I stream at the weekend, and I never quite get around to streaming, but one day it will happen. So anyway, take care, guys. Thanks again for joining me, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.